hmm I was just reading John 8, verse 49. Oh, well, let's start with verse 48. Then answered the Jews and said unto him, Say we not well that thou art a Samaritan, and hast a devil? Jesus answered, I have not a devil, but I honor my Father, and ye do dishonor me. Now, this is a big problem with the dishonoring of Jesus. See, at that time, yes, the individuals that accused him of being devil possessed, yes, they dishonored him. Yeah. And Jesus really didn't like that. Now, the thought of you using my last name and then not spelling it correct, yes, because of your forgery and your fraud, yeah, that dishonors me and it dishonors my family. Now, in this verse 49, Jesus said, I have not a devil, but I honor my Father, and ye do dishonor me. Now, in verse 50, it says, And I seek not mine own glory. There is one that seeketh and judgeth. Oh, verily, verily, I say unto you, if a man keep my saying, he shall never see death. Oh. Now, in verse 52, then said the Jews unto him, Now we know that thou hast a devil. Abraham is dead, and the prophets, and thou sayest, If a man keep my saying, he shall never taste of death. But did he say shall never see death? Mm. Uh, but they changed it to taste instead of see. Yes. See, in verse 51, it says, Verily, verily, I say unto you, if a man keep my saying, he shall never see death. Oh, but in verse 52, then said the Jews unto him, Now we know that thou hast a devil. Abraham is dead, and the prophets, and thou sayest, yes, if a man keep my saying, he shall never taste of death. Ouch. Never taste, never see. Oh. Now, is that what Jesus said in verse 51? Now, I'm sure there's a lot of theologians that would want to look at the Greek or the Latin or the Hebrew of exactly what was said. But I read it in verse 51, never see death. Yes. But those Jews that accused Jesus of having a devil, they changed it to he shall never taste of death. Yes. Now, what's the difference between seeing and tasting? Have you been using your tongue again there, little bullfrog? Ouch! Have you been eating? Hmm. Now, I would say that that's not what Jesus said. If a man keep my saying, he shall never taste of death. Whereas in verse 51, he said, Verily, verily, I say unto you, if a man keep my saying, he shall never see death. Yes. Now, let's consider the sight of dying. There's a possibility. Oh, the Grim Reaper just showed up. Oh. Well, as an American citizen, yes, as a Christian, I never want to see death. But somebody decide, have you been tasting of death? Yes. Why is it in the red letters? Yes, that Jesus did not say, but they said, Oh, thou sayest. Now, is somebody not making Bibles the way that they should be? Yes. Why don't we look at the actual printing of the fucking Bible?